Peace be with everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Trevor, very grateful to have you here. And today's video, I've got 5 fragrances for All Saints Day. So today is the day after Halloween, and I wanted to go through my collection and select a few fragrances that kind of gave me that spiritual feel, just like a counterpoint to the spooky season, a little bit of that turning in the autumn where that more regal feel, that more austere feeling, the way that the leaves are dropping their pretenses, you could say, and becoming more bare. And I wanted to highlight some of those themes here in this selection of 5 fragrances. So first, I've got Robert Graham's Valour. So this one is probably last call. They still had 5 of them at FragranceNet when I checked. This is an awesome coffee fragrance, designer, right around the $80 mark. Sometimes they're in a Joma shop, but they're currently sold out. They've discontinued this, and I don't think the fashion brand Robert Graham is putting any fragrances in production any longer, but this is a really nice green coffee fragrance. Sage is the secondary note there behind the coffee, with a lot of really good ambers as well, and just really classy stuff. Has been one of my go-tos for Thanksgiving fragrance of the day for a long time. The name Valor is somewhat central to virtue, courage being central to enacting the other virtues of temperance, justice, and wisdom. And so Robert Graham's Valour, I think, is a great one for All Saints Day. It's kind of like keys in on virtue and chooses sage, which is another term for wise man, in its note structure. Next, another designer. This is Heritage from Guerlain. This is an older style bottle. Now they come in the ones that look like the L'Homme Ideal line, but this is a really great, like, patchouli based fougere, really awesome lavender in here, bright, uplifting, at the same time really well put together. Kind of gives almost like golden retriever energy. Now that I think about it, is a good way to think about Heritage. And the reason I picked this one is both for its like very innocent, like I said, golden retriever feel, at the same time being something like self-actualized almost, I want to say. And heritage in the name is somewhat connecting to a lineage or a tradition, with saints in your selective creed. And so heritage, I think, is a great pick for All Saints Day. Another fougere, this is Nishane B-612. I went with this one because it has a reference to celestial bodies. B-612 is the name of a I think it's like a meteor or a comet, a planetoid that this character, the Little Prince, lives on. This is based on a 1940s book, I believe, that kind of touches on some of the same themes as Robin Williams' Hook, kind of like balancing the inner child with the kind of overly orderly parental figure that kind of has abandoned the wonder in the way that they see the world. And both because it references celestial bodies and like the heavens, as well as because it touches on those themes of like returning to a sense of innocence with the wisdom of adulthood, and just because this is a really great fougere for this time of the year. Nice clean woody and a compliment puller. Nishane B-612. And then 2 more. We've got Amouage Jubilation 40. I went with this one instead of the original because the 40 has a numerical significance in a lot of spiritual traditions, like 40 days of fasting or 40 days in the desert. These sorts of numbers come up a lot in particularly the Abrahamic traditions, but the sense of jubilation also is kind of epitomizes a bit of these almost like spiritual warfare that you're engaging. Like an act of being jubilant or cheerful or joyous is a sort of rebellion against the forces of evil. It kind of gets on that Gandalf quote about like evil's put at bay by small acts of kindness, and just like putting a smile on your face is something you can do to fight off the great evils of the world. And Jubilation 40, I think, is a great one, and the golden hue, I think, plays really well into this time of the year. The leaves seem to have just really burst forth into that new layer of color, at least where I'm at, immediately the day following Halloween. So Jubilation 40, another one of my top picks here for All Saints Day. And then finally, the last one in this list of 5, this is going to be Apoteker Tepe. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Holy Mountain. And this is, if you've ever tried Serge Lutens Fianagouille, like the pine fragrance, this one is very much in the same vein as that. It even has some of that dried fruit sensation. So you're getting dried fruits and a really beautiful pine forest. This one differentiates itself in being the Holy Mountain because it really amps up. Although the Serge Lutens has incense as well, this one kind of comes in with that bonfire smoke, something that you would get from like Imaginary Authors, A City on Fire. That almost like bacon smelling barbecue in your face campfire smoke, but the way that it wraps in with that outdoorsy pine forest, dried fruit kind of sweetness, all 3 of these elements coming together. And I really just love the Serge Lutens fragrance, and this one was, admittedly I blind bought this one and didn't know that it was going to be a bit redundant, but having juice of that scent profile and quality with kind of not necessarily a backup, but a nice thing to balance those 2 in different wearing experiences. This one I find is a little bit more winter friendly, but I think the marketing of being the Holy Mountain is, especially for like Moses or even other traditions like the mountain, is a significant, like Mount Olympus in even Greek mythology. And the incense in here also harkens to that spiritual vibe. So I'm actually going to apply this one right now. I did have a scent of the morning, but I put that on at around 5 a.m. and it's about 5 p.m. here pretty soon, so this is going to be my scent of the evening. And before I end the video, this is my scent of the day, Costume National Homme, from Costume National. This is the Eau de Parfum. The Parfum is a little bit easier to find, but it's a little bit dense and too spicy. This one I think strikes a great balance and really is fall in a bottle, the period of the fall after spooky season, so the beginning of Thanksgiving season and the wind up to Christmas. This one is excellent stuff. So that's my top 5 for All Saints Day. Let me know in the comment section down below what your scent of the day was today, and if you have any others that might fit into this theme. And as always, I really appreciate you sticking with me to the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.